YouTube? It is the Bat Nerd here, and welcome to a movie review. So, like I said, I'm reviewing all the Star Wars movies right up till Christmas Eve with The Last Jedi, hopefully. Okay, so today I'm reviewing Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. Written and directed by George Lucas, starring Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, and Natalie Portman, and Mace Windu, Christopher Lee, Frank Oz. So, this is the fifth installment in the Star Wars franchise, and it is the second installment of the Star Wars prequels. So this is 10 years after the first one. Anakin's a teenager in his final years of like a Jedi apprentice, and this one is like basically the origin for the stormtroopers, the clone army, and that. Also, we see Anakin break one of the most important Jedi rules of all, falling in love. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this. First of all, my dislikes. There's not a lot to really like about this movie. I mean, I find like the romance story between Padme and Anakin. It had to happen, because how else is he gonna turn to the dark side? This is like the beginning of his journey to the dark side. Also, I thought that this one was pretty boring, too. Quite. Also, not enough Jar Jar. I guess George Lucas saw how much people did not like him, so they limited his screen time. And also, those are my dislikes and stuff. My likes, however, I liked how we got to see the backstory of the stormtroopers. I loved how we saw Boba Fett's father, Jango Fett, and how we saw Boba Fett as a kid in this movie. I also enjoyed the fight sequence in the finale of the movie. And I also like Christopher Lee as the villain in this, Darth Tyrannus, or Count Dooku. Despite his screen time not being very much, I mean, the guy was old at the time, 82. So, you gotta excuse him for not being as active or anything. And to me, it felt like a good nod to the original film with his best friend Peter Cushing being in the first movie. I thought this was quite entertaining and in some bits, but some of it I found a little dull, a little boring. I also like how they went to Tatooine and went to the farm where Luke will grow up, and how we got to see Owen and Beru as young people. I like that. Secondly, I didn't like Ewan McGregor in this as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Young Obi-Wan, I just did not. I mean, over the 10 years from the first movie, he had no facial hair and stuff. Then he had a beard and long hair. Then he gets short for the next one, so he looks like a young Alec Guinness. I just didn't think much to him in this one. Hayden Christensen, I did not like him as Anakin Skywalker. For me, he was a moody, spoiled teenager. He was like having a fucking temper tantrum as, like when he couldn't get his own way, like when he wanted to be a Jedi and stuff. He's holding me back. He just doesn't know what patience is. Also, he breaks the law, not the law, but he breaks the most important rule of a Jedi, falling in love, which was the beginning of the journey to the dark side for him and Darth Vader. One thing I liked in this was an Easter egg to Darth Vader. When Anakin was on Tatooine, if you look carefully when he's on the shadow of one of the domes or whatever, you can see that his shadow is shaped like Darth Vader, and that was not CGI, that was pure coincidence, which I thought was very, kind of cool, because he's going to become that in the first one, also in the third one. Also, we see his arm get chopped off, which is kind of the beginning of his transition to a cyborg. But other than this, I thought the movie was okay, but there's so much to not like about this. It is definitely my least favorite in the saga. So yeah, I thought the cinematography was good. The story was kind of there, but just not. It obviously looked good on paper, but brought to life some bits. Yeah, you know, I get what George Lucas was trying to do, but you know, yeah. Okay, so ratings. I'm giving Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones. I'm gonna have to get this 2 lightsabers out of 5. This has been a movie review. If you like this video, share it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure to hit that notification bell. And also my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're all linked down below. So yeah, until next time, Bat Nerd out.